The GAMERNR Sportsman Series heads overseas for the first time to the United Arab Emirates for race 13 of the season. Dubai is home to the Fly Emirates Grand Prix, an 18-lap race around this 16-turn, 2.78 mile road course. Your P1 qualifier today with the lap time of 1 minute 21.219 seconds as Thomas Pelagia, getting his first pole position since Daytona, where he was part of that MW Racing sweep. This time he'll have the on-auto number 31 of Hector Garcia beside him, looking for win number 1 for the team. After the second Atlanta doubleheader race, Yepes closed on the points lead by 10 points, and now trails by 70 from Evan Hunter. Yepes starts 4th and Hunter starts 12th, but they both got a hungry pack of drivers looking to get within striking distance, such as Stephen Colon, DJ Reed, and Aiden Smith all around them. This could be one of the more competitive yet collected road course races of the season, as the highly technical but speed-filled track provides many chances for all sorts of mishaps. The drivers will have to traverse this circuit all without the help of cautions to bunch the field back up, an element we have not seen to a race this season. We'll see how that shakes things up, but for now, the field approaches the start-finish line. Green flag is out, we're racing in Dubai. Multiple times did Colin Teague try to make a move on the 0-2 of Thomas Pelagia, but one time he tried putting the back bumper to him and it didn't work. He had to get off the racetrack, and the other one he went a little bit wide as well. So Thomas Pelagia keeps the lead, leads lap number 1. And now Teague is in jeopardy of losing a spot to Marcus Yepes in the 77 car. Remember back in the points battle, this is what Marcus Yepes needs is a good run, but he's going to have to lift, give up that spot to Colin Teague. And now he's fallen back into the clutches of Rose Henson in the 86, who will get on by Doge Borkington as well. Looking to make a move, but he will not. He'll file him back behind the 77, who's going to get another run on the 86 here. You say bumper to bumper. 77 running a little bit lower than Henson is, but he will stay behind. Looking back for other battles early on in this event. You got the 36 and 03 battling it out. I believe that would be for the 13th spot around, and the 36 looking to take it from Wells. Wells goes wide, clears the 86 kind of aggressively, but gets the spot regardless. Back here, you got the 31 of, that would be Hector Garcia trying to make up spots, trying to get past Doge Borkington, already got past Lynn Bell, trying to look for another slipstream car to pass. And Doge Borkington right up ahead might be the one to do it. That would be an entry into the top 5 for Hector Garcia. But the 0-2 seems to already be running away with this one. Colin Teague trying to chase him down, but you got the 86 right behind, who is already going to dive it into the corner way deep, but the 99 goes wide. And here comes Rose Henson looking for her first win of the season. There's been a trend of people getting their second win this season the past about 3 races. That was broken with Aiden Smith. Now, trying to get back to first-time winners is the 86er Rose Henson, looking for her first win of the season. But up ahead, the 02 Thomas Pelagia. This would be his 3rd win of the year. So that would be, he would be the first one to reach 2 and the first one to reach 3. If he can close the deal here today, it's early on. We still got a lot of racing to go. But the 86er Rose Henson has some fierce competition behind her, as she was part of the fierce competition herself. Look out back there. 31 of Hector Garcia tried to go for the double with the 32 and 77, but it looks like he'll have to settle with only the 32 for now, trying to get into this top 10. Garcia, he is right now 7th in points, trying to advance his spot in the standings, and looks like the 77 will go way wide there, and he'll come back right behind the 31, so he'll get that spot. He'll get in the top 5, but still battling the 31, or 32 is the 31, Hector Garcia. Team B up front, you got the 86-02. Gap seems to have remained stagnant, but while the 86 got a heck of a run right there. In fact, she's right behind the 02 Thomas Pelagia. Now for the lead, catching someone is one thing, but passing them is another. So we'll see how this fight for the lead will go, with Henson right on the back bumper of Thomas Pelagia. It may just take a bit of contact for Henson to try and get by. But we know Henson's not afraid to use contact to her advantage. She tries to get a bit lower than the 02. Does it again, heading into this corner. Back there, look out, the 69. Got a bit off course. One thing to mention, probably already mentioned in the pre-race, but once again a reminder that there is no full course cautions. Just drivers are going to have to police themselves, really, and hope for the best. No wrecking, no carnage here at the road course like we saw at the past 2 road courses. But to the inside goes the 86, Rose Henson, trying to force Thomas Pelagia wide. Pelagia with a bit of a run through the straightaway, kind of, if you will. A bit of a kink right there that he gets a run through, but Henson's still not done. She's looking for the preferred lane through the corner. And Henson's still trying to stay behind Pelagia, within striking distance for another opportunity. She kind of goes wide there, maybe searching for some clean air on this 02, but now going to the inside here, she'll try and have the preferred lane the advantage heading into this first corner. Into turn number 1, and out. Look how sideways the 02 got right there. Henson's gonna fly on by. And don't look now if you're Thomas Pelagia. Right behind is the 99, Colin Teague. Quick update on the 77. He has fallen way back. He is almost at the top 10, battling with the 25 and 89 for position here. Last lap he was scored 9th. This lap, it looks like he might lose another few of those positions, but 3 wide there for a spot, almost, with the 28, 89, 25. Look right behind these cars, Evan Hunter. He is in the back. Yeah, he is definitely in the back here. Let's see what lap he was scored. He was scored 15th, so he's plenty of work to do. But luckily for him, the 77 has fallen back as well. If he falls out of that top 10, that'd be less of a gain for him in the points if he manages to stay ahead of Evan Hunter in the 11. For a spot, here's the 32 on to Colin Teague in the 99. They'll be side by side through this sweeping corner here. Looks like Doge Borkington might get this spot. He will. Teague's going to keep the run, try and send it into this corner. Stays right behind, but doesn't make a move quite yet. Garcia wide, the 10 not as wide, but still kind of touching the green there. Plenty of battling throughout this pack. You got the 69 still trying to get past that 10 car. Bit of a slipstream sandwich for 4th place in the points, DJ Reed. And Slipstream, they need a good day here. They sweep the bottom 4 positions in points for the standings. And here's Reed trying to look past that 10 car as the 32 you saw up ahead in danger of getting repassed by Colin Teague. But the 69 trying to stay ahead of the 10 and 17, but goes wide into the green there. And it looks like Bell and Thomas will both get past. Seem to be single file except for back here, heading under the Maya sign. You got the 25, 48, and Evan Hunter right behind. You got the 77. I don't know if he's just fallen back. Oh, he has. The 28 was ahead, behind just a few laps ago, and now she is ahead. And now a double spot gain for the 25 and 48 on Yepes, and here's the battle for the points, the 77 and 11. Now, thinking about it, if the top 3 in points all finish back here, the 25, 11, 77, as well as the 69, who could be having a better day. Well, he's in the top 10, so that's a good points day for him. But someone who's really having a good day right now is the 99 of Colin Teague, sitting 4th within the top 5. And if he stays there, that's going to be a very good gain. Someone who has lost a top 5 spot in the points, trying to regain that momentum that he had earlier in the season. He was pretty much the only one earlier in the season during the first half to hold a candle against the 77 Marcus Yepes. And now, around halfway through this event, he could be looking to regain. It would be, what? I believe that would be, 265 points that he had to gain to retake the lead. But I don't think that's what he's got his eyes set on quite yet. He's just looking to get back into the battle. The 0-2 is caught back up to Rose Henson, and Henson at this point, it has been a checkers or wreckers season for Rose. She's had races where she's been up front and contending for the win, like Atlanta. I believe that was the second Atlanta race where she was up there, got put in the wall early. And then you had Daytona twice where she almost won, and Road America. And guess who stole that race away from her and technically a lot of people? Sitting right behind her is Thomas Pelagi in the 0-2. So, redemption in quite a few races is what Rose Henson is looking for. And if she can hold off the 0-2, 32, 99, and 31 for 11 more laps, that will be what she achieves. DJ Reed still trying to work past the 10, and it looks like the 28 has definitely made up some ground. But once again, you see the 69 entering the green area. We seem to have had a crash. It might have been the 15. He is sitting last, but he qualified last, but no damage, surprisingly. Is anyone out? No. So I'll have to see a replay when that happened earlier in this race. But for right now, let's monitor this gap for the lead here. You got the 89.02 as they come across the final corner here. Let's see what it will be. Way wide goes to 32 and 99, and a very defensive lane for the 0-2. Heading into this first corner, he's going to have a run here. The gap did increase, but it looks like immediately it will decrease here with Rose Henson heading to the green area. And here comes Thomas Pelagia looking for win 3. Trying to go side by side through this set of corners. It's a very tight space, no runoff at all. No room for error. The 86 running it wide. Running it way wide, giving it a window to the 0-2. And give the lead to Pelagia. And he's going to have it with a good gap as well. Henson really did send it into that corner, but probably frustrated that she lost the lead. And Borkington right behind, honestly, could be a realistic shot to win this race. So that 32, the closest he's got, has been Watkins Glen and also, I believe, Road America. He has been great on the road courses so far. And these have been 3 of the drivers in that caliber who have been good road courses. 4 if you count Colin Teague. But Pelagia, obviously, road courses are not his only shot, as he won Bristol, was up there at Mesa Marin, and won Road America as well, obviously. So he's looking to go, so far, 2 for 3 in the road courses. And I can't remember if he was up there for Watkins Glen, but I know Rose Henson was. That was another one of those races that she lost. I kind of forgot there. But you see the 32 trying to reel these two in. The gap was 2 seconds and a tenth behind for him the previous lap. And now this last lap, it has been decreased by 9/10 of a second. And a dive bomb move for the 86 right here in this corner. She's going to have a good run. They both get kind of loose heading in there. We will have just 6 laps to go here at Dubai. And to the inside goes Henson. 0-2 loses the lead. Here comes Borkington now for a spot. That's for P2. Side by side through this area of the track they go. Looks like the 0-2 will get the spot. Closes the door big time on Borkington. Not willing to lose this second place. But Borkington staying strong. Still right behind Pelagia in the 0-2. Trying to look for clean air through this set of corners. You got the 86 heading through this kink area right here. Alright, what will Borkington do as he heads right behind the 0-2, just a bit to the inside, almost on the bumper? That is a position that's extremely risky. Without a doubt, Borkington can very well turn this 0-2 into the wall if he so pleases at that spot, but he's displaying control, not doing it, but still being very aggressive on the 0-2's quarter panel here. But here goes Borkington to the inside, and I believe now he'll have it, and now the 99 looking for the spot on the 0-2, but he will not get it quite yet. We got a battle back here, still running between the 69, 10, and 17 right here for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Slipstream right now behind the 8 ball, as DJ Reed got a good gap on them this time. He's placed P6 at the moment, but man, for how long they have been battling, something makes me think that One of them made a mistake, brought them all back into the mix. I don't think this is the last time we'll see these three battling before this race is over. We've still got 5 laps to go in the race. 48 almost hit the wall back there. But just an update on the point situation. The 89, he would be 5th in points. He right now running 9th, almost 10th at this point, as the 28 got a good run right there. Not as much of a run to pass, but still gaining ground. Could do it in the next couple. I stand corrected. Here's Kirsten Martinez to the back bumper of Aiden Smith. I'm talking about caught off guard. Right through that blind set of corners for the cameras. 28 kind of came out of nowhere. Now kind of using the bumper for Aiden Smith. And she'll get to the inside here, but will not complete the pass. The 77 has gapped the 11 by 2 spots. The 04 and 48 stand between Evan Hunter and Marcus Yepes. And at this point, Hunter sits 16th. I think we might have another crash with the 25, who is out at this point. Oh, wait, no, he's not. He's right there. So, yeah, another crash. We have skid marks somewhere on the track. And once again, that's a product of no cautions. These drivers are going to have to still be careful because no shot to catch back up once you spin out. And just to break character real quick, that is because the pace car gets stuck in the wall at this track if you don't know. So, not much to be done there with that situation. 77 going wide. That's now 3 cars that are between the 11 and 29, but the 29 not giving up here, not giving his teammate the spot. Look at the 48 giving the bumper to the back of the 04 Prix McShane. 77 on the outside of Zachary DeLillo. Now let's look back at the lead, see if anything's changed. Doesn't appear that it has. In fact, I believe the gap has grown between Henson and Borkington, who is going to go wide, going to let the 99 of Teague go right on through. That's something we saw earlier in the race, but I don't think it can afford to happen now for anyone, as Doge Borkington has let it happen here with 3 laps to go in this event. This is almost a 3-mile road course, 2.78 miles, and while a shorter length than a super speedway, the biggest super speedway like Pensacola on the schedule, these races, these laps still are a decent length, but they do go by fast enough. This is one of the shorter road courses, and this race has flown by, clocking in at around, I want to say 22 minutes long. But the battle rages on here for a second, letting the 86 pull away with this one. Rose Henson might finally have her victory in the GAMERNR Sportsman Series if she can close the deal, which is looking like it's guaranteed. But we said that for a 28 of Kirsten Martinez's last race, and she did not close it off with the 89 passing her on the very last lap. .32 seems to be going wide that corner pretty much every time. It makes you wonder how Borkington has been preserving his tires. Maybe they've worn out on that 32 machine. The 69 has gapped the 17 and the 10, who is now in the clutches of the 89 for, that would be 8th place. But on the last lap, the 10 was ahead, or the 89 was ahead of the 10, so it looks like Thomas has gotten passed by the 89 of Aiden Smith. And one more chance to look back here. The 77 and 29 seem to be still battling as the white flag is thrown in the air and it waves at lap 18. One more lap to go. 77 trying to get past this 29. I believe it might be over for the 11 of Evan Hunter in terms of trying to get past these two. But we got to focus on your current race leader, Rose Henson. Lost this season in so many ways. So many races she could have won, so many races she lost. And now, as she heads through the course for the final time, no pressure ahead or behind. The nearest car is just a dot in the rearview mirror. 3.10 seconds behind is Colin Teague. You'll have to settle for second place. The qualifying merchant has had his efforts paid off at the road course, where qualifying is key, and Henson has also displayed that here today. Qualified well, is going to finish well. As she rounds off the final two corners, the checkered waves for Rose Henson. She gets her long-awaited win in the GAMERNR Sportsman Series. And yeah, that is a quite the Rose Henson way to do it. She has she's shown brilliance in these races without a doubt. She has led laps. She has gotten places, and especially at tracks like road courses where it is very key to be dominant and lead laps. But she's also been showing up out of nowhere at the plate tracks. And today, this is a very dominating win, leading the latter half of the race, getting past the 0-2 of Thomas Pelagia, two-time winner this season, to score her first. And this was a great race between the field here today. And ultimately, back in the pack, you got second, third, and fourth, who is missing a driver. You got the 32, who I guess he might have gone wide on that same corner again, giving up quite a few spots that time. He fell back to 7th. But looking back at second place, Colin Teague, great effort here today. He remained in the top 5 for a lot of the race and finished there. You got the 0-2, who led laps, closed the deal in 3rd. Probably not the result he was quite looking for, but a top 3 will do, as he is not doing too well in points, stands P14. A good points day for him will do wonders, as the 2-3 ahead of him did not have the best points days. That would be the 28, 36, 84. More on them later. Hector Garcia places 4th. A solid run for him. Just what he needed to kind of close in on the points battle up ahead. He stands 7th after Atlanta. I believe he could make up a couple spots. Maybe. Because right behind DJ Reed, he is 4th in points. 215 behind the leader. And then Slipstream, you got the 17, 32, and 10, 6th, 7th, and 8th, respectively. They close out the race with 3 top 10s on their side. A very respectable race for them. And ultimately, they are going to, they might jump 1 or 2 people in the points. Definitely not Rose Henson. She's back there, and she's not going to stay there after this race, definitely. Looking back, you got the 89 of Aiden Smith, last race's winner, in 9th. It's a good points day for him, but a lot of these people who scored well, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, they are not quite in striking distance of the big 2 this season so far, heading into the second half. But we'll get to that later. Kirsten Martinez with a 10th place after running up second last race. Probably hope for better, but top 10 still pretty good. The 03 of Mathis Wells finishes 11th. He is 8th in points, and he has fallen off quite severely. Might need a good run next race. That would be at, I believe, Oswego Dirt, as he was looking for redemption. He's been going the short tracks, and Oswego, while being an unconventional short track, it is still a short track. It's just got dirt covered all over it. We'll see how everyone does there. You got the 77 of Marcus Yepes, ultimately finished 3 spots ahead of Evan Hunter. At the 29, Zachary DeLillo, the 04 of Prix McShane, and the 48 of Jay Jefferson sitting behind the 77 Marcus Yepes. And Evan Hunter rounds up this race 16th. I want to say that would be the 70, what the 77 needed, but he didn't have that much of a good day either. So we'll see how this ends up in the point standings. It might not be, I don't know, it won't be a change for the lead, but it'll definitely be closed up, and I think that might be the case all around the board. You got the 29, or no, the 84, P17, he just fell out of the top 10 in points, and he's going to stay out of the top 10. You got the 36 of Peter Onjak. He's been doing well the past 2 races, but slipped up this one. And then you got the winner of the first Atlanta race, Anderson Reed, mentioning how much of a checkers or wreckers season it's been for Rose Henson. He's also kind of had that same driving style. He's been up front, and then he's been in the back like today. A very unfortunate run for him, and Nelson Reed qualified last, just couldn't make his way up through the field, and the 25 must have wrecked, so we're going to have to take a look at that. Alright, looking at Stephen Colon here, I believe this might be a mechanical issue from the 25. You're going to see he starts to lose spots, loses the speed in the car. The 11 and 77 split the middle between them. That could have been big between your top 2 in points. And the 04, 36, they're all going to get by. So he comes into pit road with this mechanical issue. Ultimately, that's what we thought, which was a crash. And fortunately, no replays for the wreck. But it might have been, I believe it should have been minor. You got pretty much everyone who qualified out back still out back. So not much changed in the position department back there. So we're going to head back to the front straightaway where we get the burnout of Rose Henson, and we'll preview the next race. So Dubai was quite a strategic race. You had drivers trying to catch back up. They were very aggressive. They weren't making too much contact, but they were intimidating each other, trying to get as close as they could to try and take the lead. And ultimately it worked. You got drivers heading wide into corners, luckily in the corners that had runoff as opposed to the ones that didn't. And it was Rose Henson ending up the day with the win. Finally, after 12 races of coming up short, the 13th race is the charm. The unlucky 13 is lucky for Henson. She scores the win here in Dubai. And next up, we've got Oswego, the, I believe, 3/4 mile short track. And it will be covered in dirt, so we'll have to see what happens there. A new challenge for these drivers. They have not run dirt yet on the schedule. This will be a new endeavor for everyone racing. And then after Oswego, we head to Texas, and closing out the 3rd quarter of the season will that would be Texas, so that would be the host for the 3rd quarter finale. And then after that, it's on for the title. This season has flown by, or it's dragged on for some people, and ultimately we're going to see a close right here coming up shortly. For race 14, once again, they'll have to conquer the dirt track in Oswego and then head to Texas for some more intermediate action. We'll see you there. But for now, thank you for watching the GAMERNR Sportsman Series. We'll see you next time.